Good morning, everyone. My name is Benjamin Aguilar. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm going to talk about my teaching experience. So I've been in the field of education since 2013 because I've been as a Cal State Dominguez Hills peer mentor. I've been a tutor at Compton Unified School District, and I also have been a supplemental instructor at Dominguez Hills. I have 2 years of teaching at private school. I have 1 year working at KIP as a math teacher, and I also have been a substitute teacher for 1 year. This is actually my first year teaching in math in public school at Alliance Ochi High School. It's pretty fun. I love it. Um, my experience with teaching the ELs is that the one thing I always do is I try my best with my translation in Spanish with them. Sometimes I find it struggle with math terms of what can I say or how can I describe it. So instead, what I do is I do the drawing of what we're talking about and also an example that would make them understand it because math is an universal language. So they will understand the math if I show them the language and show them the steps of what we're doing. And I explain it into this in Spanish for them so they can understand it. Most of the time, there's sometimes where I have to go to the lead EL and ask for advice of what I can do to help them succeed in my class because I don't want them to feel behind. So one thing I've been doing is that she's been helping me find YouTube videos in Spanish so that way they can go ahead and go to Google Classroom, watch the video at home, be like, oh, okay, now I understand this. Or sometimes when I have like my instructional aid, they are able to help them as well while I'm walking around and helping other students so that way they can understand it. So yeah, it's been like a little bit of like for me, it's something new, but it's also like a great experience for me because I sometimes would wonder how it is in there and in Latino countries how their math is, and sometimes I'm curious of it. um, the experience for me is that I have been my first language was Spanish and my second language is English. So I've been trying to learn more of my Spanish so that way my students that are ELs, I can help them with it and help them understand what we're talking about and how we do the math. The only thing I need to do is do my research of how to say certain terms like sine and cosine and tangent in their language. So that way they can be like, oh, okay, I understand what you're talking about. And sometimes I have to make sure that the vocabulary terms that the book has in our math, trying to find a translation to it so I can talk to them with that translation so they could be like, oh, okay, now I understand how you do it. So yeah, the best thing I do is sometimes when it comes to the exit ticket, I make sure that I give them like the first step and then they do the rest, or I give them like an example what they can do in their language so they can go ahead like they'll be drawing an example and then step by step in their language so that way they could be like, oh, okay, I recall how to do this. So yeah, so it's been something new, but I've been I've been doing my best. Yeah.